Reports and project documents usually show numbers, tables and data. But real stories, much information and knowledge always remain behind the documents, behind the numbers. These are women and men who give life to the abstract data reporting the successes of the development projects of the Rome-based UN International Fund for Agriculture Development, IFAD, which have been implemented in Bosnia and Herzegovina, BIH.
Significant changes have affected the livelihoods of these women and men. They are poor, rural people who have been able to overcome their poverty and improve their lives.
Republika Srpska, a country in movement. Here everybody is doing something. Everybody is trying to improve the standards of their own lives and rebuild the country after years of destructive conflicts. The capital, BanjaLuka, is again a terrestrial haven of peace, beauty and serenity, a city with a charming environment and open dialogues. It stands out as a symbol of the need for revival.
The implementation of IFAD projects in the Republika Srpska, RS, after the war has been an important step towards ensuring a better life for the rural population and the rehabilitation of the national economy. IFAD projects have been implemented by the Agricultural Project Coordination Unit, the APCU, in the Ministry of Agriculture, Forestry and Water Management of RS.
The recovery of agriculture and the livestock sector in particular was very significant as it had been hindered by poor infrastructure, lack of access to support services and finance, and inadequate linkages to processing industries and markets.
I live here with my family, my wife, my mother and 3 children. My mother is 86 years old. She gave birth to 9 children. We make a living by farming. We deal with livestock, cereals and vegetable production. The IFAD loan we took was really useful for us because we started from zero. The problem we face now is poor roads and no open markets in the town, and we cannot deliver the milk to the dairy because of high transportation costs.
IFAD operations have succeeded in developing and implementing profitable poverty reduction strategies and introducing and mostly scaling up replicable models for sustainable small-scale commercial livestock production and commodity value chains in dairy mostly, and later on expanded to fruit and vegetable commodities.
IFAD intervention was of real help. Kalinovic is one of the poorest municipalities in the Republika Srpska. Farmers, mostly livestock producers, were left to themselves. But IFAD projects have helped in organising their Producers Association PA, which has really improved the livestock production and facilitated the marketing of agricultural products. Today, PA Kalinovic has more than 100 members and has become the keystone of agriculture development in the municipality.
In cooperation with IFAD, we have acquired 5 coolers and a 2,500 liters capacity truck for the transportation of milk. In addition, PA Kalinovic was very innovative by prioritizing the procurement of equipment for washing, carding and spinning wool. And now we have facilitated this kind of a process by buying wool of local people and even from adjacent municipalities and processing it.
PA Kalinovic is a live model that testifies to how small producers can, once organised into PAs, have the opportunity to exploit economies of scale in the production, collection and sale of produce and increase their bargaining power with the authorities and the marketplace. PA Kalinovic was also aware that support to the reconstruction of community infrastructure is a very good market linking approach essential to the facilitation of municipality development.
We have made an asphalt road in Yelashe. We also installed a fresh water supply line in the village of Obali. Before, people had to get water from the local wells.
IFAD projects have been innovative in promoting similar Producers Association PAs and in providing small private dairies with advice and access to credit. IFAD target groups quickly benefited from the positive impact of these PAs. The quantities of milk collected and delivered to the dairies through the PAs in the project-supported municipalities have been significantly increased. This is Dragica, a young farmer elected to be president of the Producers Association PA Rogatica. He has successfully performed his role for the last 7 years and has generously assisted his neighbours and other PA members in organising milk collection, wool processing, selling live animals, training and other services which the PA provides for its members. Dragica has participated in all of IFAD's project activities in the Rogatica municipality and was usually their key promoter and organizer. Dragica himself was able to build up on his own a larger herd and a new barn through 2 IFAD loans. He now has 25 milking cows and 80 sheep.
Ja sam Dragša Marković, predsjednik Udruženja poljoprivrednih proizvođača opštine Rogatica. Živim ovdje.
I live here. The village is called Kuvani. I had 2 loans from IFAD and I bought 2 cows and 50 sheep.
Dragica is here helping the small farmer to improve milk delivery techniques. We have poor conditions for milk production. Everything is done manually.
Milk cannot be kept in plastic cans. This family has a deadline of the end of this month to try to make a facility for the lacto freezer. Otherwise, the dairy will stop taking milk from them and it will make their living even harder. We have to try to find a way for them to continue delivering milk to their dairy, possibly through the IFAD project.
Here he is with another farmer.
Ja se zovem Milena Planinčić, selo Gučevo, opština Rogatica.
We used an IFAD loan to purchase cattle to increase the number of our livestock. We have improved our conditions and our economic profit has increased.
The Farmer Association assisted Milena in getting this lacto freezer for her and others in the area, as well as milking machines on a 50% basis. We will continue to supply all our farmers with services and advice regarding milk collection and marketing, as well as any other training needed on their farms.
Today, Melina has a sufficient income. She expands her knowledge by participating in most of the trainings organised by the project regarding milk quality, improving fodder preparation and farm management. The milk she delivers is now of good quality and hygiene and can easily be transported to the dairy in Sarajevo, especially after the village road was asphalted by the project. We get a better quality, better purity of milk. IFAD projects were also innovative in providing credit to individual farmers directly or through adequate financing organizations. Marinko Sposojevic was the first farmer in the Skatavica village to have a loan through the IFAD-assisted Synergy Plus microcredit organization working in Čelinić municipality.
Our loans have assisted a lot of beneficiaries to better contribute to the agricultural development in this area.
Brankica Antonic. After losing her job, she decided to do something to help her large family and raise their income. Her husband got a project loan and together they planted raspberries. We took a loan of 4,500 marks. We planted 0.2 hectares and it has gone well for us. Here, credit is combined with the linkage to the soft food value chains, ensuring small producers access to the processing industry and to the market for the final product. Because of this, Brankica doesn't expect any marketing problem, especially as she is meticulous in following the advice of the consultant provided by the project. Boris Tadic always advises us about control and protection issues. We have sprayed twice so far. Another project loan helped Nemanja Stanic, 27 years, to return to his village, Jošaka, in the Čelinić municipality. He emigrated to work in Germany, but he is now happy with his family here in his native village.
I had a loan of 9,000 km. I purchased bulls. I take care of them.
The asphalt road financed by an IFAD project is of great importance for Nemanja's agricultural activity. However, the pioneering financial experience IFAD had in Republika Srpska was the introduction of saving and credit organizations, SCOs, to better providing credit to farmers. Herzegovina is one of the CSOs that has benefited from IFAD's project credit line. Liliana Skojacic is the director of the CSO Herzegovina. Here she is helping the small farmer to fill in his application for a loan. Liliana is also happy to visit farmers in their own fields. Drago Kundanicina is one of the SCOs Herzegovina's 211 members. He has had one of the 209 approved credits of this SCO. He is also proud to be one of the founders of the organization. He remembers how much he and project colleagues struggled in order to get a law issued in Republika Srpska that permitted the establishment of financial institutions like the SCOs, institutions that are flexible and sensitive towards small producers and poor rural farmers for whom the doors of most banks were closed. SCOs have indeed played a large and determining role in financing rural households. Dairy operators do not usually fall within the IFAD target group. However, they have been key in the creation of value chain lines, enabling an increase in qualities and improvements in the quality of all livestock products, as well as creating opportunities for income generation and self-employment for 100 rural households. Ilogovac Dairy processes about 5,000 litres of milk daily and produces a wide range of products. By introducing improved milk collection methods, the dairy succeeded in reducing the cost of milk collection. This dairy was created in 2002, but it was only able to start operating after it received IFAD funding 2 years later.
There were initial funds to purchase equipment for the production and processing of milk. There were also loans to equip cooling stations and devices for cooling milk and achieve a better quality of fresh milk. IFAD interventions have led to a real growth in the number of dairy cows in our region.
IFAD assistance to Bosnia and Herzegovina has focused in supporting smallholder livestock production, which is the mainstay of the rural economy.
I took an IFAD loan to the amount of 6,000 km that I used to buy 3 milking cows, which I imported from the Czech Republic. We were selling milk to the Mahaini dairy, with which we had a very good cooperation, and we were building a barn to accommodate these animals. Through IFAD, we also got a donation for a milking device for milking cows.
An increase in the size of the cattle herds can be seen anywhere in the Nevesinje municipality. Ljuba Radic from Pridovojci village tells her story.
Zovem se Ljuba Radić, živim u opštini Pridvorci kod Nevesinja.
I couldn't find a job in my profession, so I decided to buy cows and start with this type of work. The first money we received was from IFAD. I took a loan of 8,000 marks and we bought the first 3 cows. We didn't have a building at that time. We got another loan, bought another 6 heifers, and now the herd number varies from 8 to 10. Now we keep each female calf. We bought the milk cooling tank, which you can see here. We bought a milking machine. Half the funds came from IFAD and the other half by us. We also got 50% funding for the milking buckets. Ljuba is now able to sell more than 100 litres of milk a day. She was also selected to manage one of the 5 lacto-freezers on the local PA. The arrangement permits her to charge some fees to the 15 neighbouring dairy farmers. Her monthly income allows her to cover the education expenses of her 3 children. She has, of course, repaid the IFAD loan. Rural finance associated with the capacity building of stakeholders and market-driven activities is an essential path towards sustainability. The construction of roads is an essential market-linking procedure. A road is being asphalted. It is nothing unusual. It is an everyday event all over the world. But here, it has a different feel, a different meaning, and different implications. That is why this lady is offering sweets and drinks to celebrate the reconstruction of the road that will link her house to anywhere in the country. It means another piece of bread for us. We cannot live without it. Another lady at the other end of the road says similar things. I'm so happy with the road, all our neighbours are happy. All the inhabitants in the location, the municipality and the IFAD project have contributed to the financing of the reconstruction works. By constructing the road, farmers will be closer to the green markets in neighbouring BanjaLuka, the number of raw milk collection points will be increased and a bus service for pupils can be created. IFAD projects have implemented and promoted the construction and reconstruction of many roads in the project areas of Republika Srpska. Water supply systems have also been supported in the same areas. In the village Obali, municipality Kalinovic, IFAD projects have also provided watering holes to ensure cow herders have drinking points for herds during grazing time. Market linking is an important way to help projects beneficiaries have their infrastructures. The Green Market in Chanichi municipality, built with the support of IFAD projects, is an organized and regulated place which links agricultural producers and facilitates the marketing of agricultural products, groceries and other products. Milan Nesovic is a member of the Chanice PA. Retired but with a low pension income, he decided to generate additional income from raspberry production. He, like other farmers in the region, uses the green market facilities to sell his raspberries.
I have attended all the training and education program run by IFAD. I have had training in computers too. The project has also provided us with equipment to spray raspberries and blackberries. Everything follows the program provided by the advisory service, which is part of our PA.
IFAD operations have been very innovative in promoting three major operations: production, producer associations and cooperatives strengthening and empowering, access to credit to producers, associations, SMEs, rural SMEs, small breeders, rural women and youth, and mostly a rural entrepreneur. The third area is the reconstruction of the rural community infrastructure, mostly for market linking function. Those three components are common to all IFAD supported projects for the last decade, have been used to support the scaling up of the commercialization of smallholder producers. Pathway chosen for scaling up is not really relying on one component or the other, but mostly the combination of the three in a very synergistic way using the three components. Evidence has shown the effectiveness of this approach, mostly its relevance to rural poverty alleviation in the country.
IFAD projects have contributed to the revival of rural areas as they make the transition to a market economy. In particular, the projects have focused on developing a replicable model of sustainable, small-scale livestock production and have been innovative in promoting producers' associations and providing advice and access to credit to small private dairies and in paying special attention to women who, with training and microfinance services, were able to immediately set up small businesses. Support to the reconstruction of community infrastructure such as water, roads, schools, etc., and to the development of savings and credits associations, SCAs, have also been key components of IFAD projects in BAH. IFAD will expand and upscale this successful experience.